What's going on, guys? So the video that came out right before this, I mentioned that I'm heading back to Louisiana. It's my annual trip back home, draft for my redraft league for fantasy football. We did our dynasty league months ago, and visit family and friends. And for those of you from the south, you know all about that humidity. It's hot. It's scorching hot. Days when it may say high of 86, the humidity will make it say feels like 97. Or, God forbid, it says high of 96 and it'll say feels like 106. Hope that's not the case, but point being, I need some fragrances that are just going to do the job and beat the heat very well, whether it's to perform well or in certain instances where I want a little bit more projection to stand out a little bit more, but fragrances that can take the beating of the humidity and the heat down south. So I've got 5 fragrances in particular that I'm putting in my bag and taking with me down there to do just that. Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. Starting with one that I haven't wore in some time, and shame on me, I tend to forget that I have it from time to time. It's from Chanel. It's Chanel Lorem Sport Cologne Sport. So it's now called, this is an older 2014 bottle, it's now called Chanel Lorem Sport Cologne. It's pretty much the same fragrance from what I understand. This is gorgeous. This is a big 5.1 ounce bottle. This is good stuff. Think the realm of Dior Cologne, but a lot more complexity. And honestly, better quality. There's a ton of citruses, there's a clean musk, there's a lot of light blonde woods, mega fresh, very aromatic, a little like mouth-watering type of citrus. This is beautiful stuff. Honestly, this is the best take on that style in my personal opinion. This is better than Dior Cologne. This is better than Mercedes-Benz Cologne. This is better than Jimmy Choo Man Ice. It's also the most expensive of all the ones I named, so you would expect it to be the best. Performance is actually about average. It's not on the weaker side for me. It falls anywhere from 5 to 7 hours on my skin, depending on how much I'm going to be outdoors in the heat the day that I wear this. I may wear this one on travel day, honestly, just enjoy it on my flight. And it's a great fragrance. It really is. It's built to be in the heat. It'll really come to life on your skin when your body heats up and you've got a little bit of sweat going, which is the inevitable in the South in late August. I mean, it's peak heat when it comes to late August down south. And this, like I said, this fragrance is built to do some damage in that instance because it will come to life as my skin heats up. Like I said, solid performer, nothing spectacular. The projection comes from the body heat really making it push and pump. And then the scent profile is just absolutely delightful and super refreshing. Shame on me for forgetting I had this, but I'm definitely bringing it with me to Louisiana. Chanel Lorem Sport Cologne Sport. One that I seem to bring with me now that I think about it, pretty much every year that I go to Louisiana, I think I pack this fragrance. I don't remember any year since I've moved out of the state that I didn't take this with me. We're talking about Acqua Absolu from Giorgio Armani. This is one of my personal favorites. I love the performance of this one. It has a little bit of a fruitiness going with those aquatic marine notes, so you still get that nice aquatic hit, and it still has a nice, lightly creamy touch of earthiness to this patchouli in here. The way I like to describe this one best is picture Acqua Profumo, the famed king of the mountain, in my opinion, for the Acqua line. Take the incense out, add those fruity notes, and that's basically what you get. You still have the marine notes and the fruitiness, the patchouli from Profumo. So you still maintain a little bit of that earthy dark edge while making it still a very fresh, fruity, and aquatic style fragrance. Performance is fan-frickin-tastic. Compliment factor, in my experience, pretty damn high on this one. This one came out to mixed reviews a few years ago. Does not get a ton of love. It's underrated. It's very underrated. It's one of my personal favorites. I love the line as a whole. It's hard for me to really pick a favorite. I say Profumo's the king, but I really love Profondo Lights, but I tend to wear this one a lot. I mean, they're all really good. I recommend Profondo all the time because it's fantastic. You really can't go wrong with any of them, but I think I just naturally gravitate towards this one in the humidity specifically because the performance is just so outrageous on my skin. This is another one that really comes to life when it gets in that humidity, that smoldering heat that is in South Louisiana. So it's just second nature for me to pack this for my trip every year. So definitely one to beat the heat down south, Acqua de Joe Absolu. This next one's kind of in the same vein of Chanel Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport, where it really comes to life when your body starts to heat up. I do get pretty good longevity here. This is the most natural of the fragrances. This and one other is one of the two most natural smelling fragrances in this video. It is Zaharoff Signature Citrine. Just a gorgeous sweet orange, clementine, lime type of feel at the top. Just really good stuff. This is one that you can spray on the heavier side, get a nice little scent bubble going, and just have a blast. And as you heat up, like I might wear this one to the gym, actually, because when this one heats, when your skin heats up, this gets really beautiful, really, really fast. Anybody that has this and wears it in situations where your body heats up, you completely know where I'm coming from. The sillage becomes massive when your body heats up a lot. Now, you stay climate-controlled environment, your body's nice and normal temperature. It might seem weak on your skin. It all depends. Everybody's skin's different, but this is one that needs the heat, just like Chanel Lorem Sport Cologne Sport. It will come alive. This is one that I get kind of similar longevity out of with that, but this is more in that 6, 7, 8 hour range. I get pretty good longevity with this one. Not a beast in any way, shape, or form, but those smoldering hot days, I'm going to be hitting the gym at least twice while I'm there. I'm going to hit the local powerhouse gym, go see Big Country. I go work out there every year when I go, and I'll probably wear this as my gym scent for the 2 or 3 workouts that I'll have there. Might even wear this on draft day because it's not too in your face, but it's something I can really enjoy myself. Just a beautiful fragrance. It doesn't really smell like too many other things. Nothing comes to mind personally, but it's definitely built to beat the heat down south because this is another one that when your body heats up, it's going to really come to life. A Zaharoff Signature Citrine. Now this is the other fragrance I was saying is just such a natural citrus smell. It's a little fresh green, minty. There's a beautiful citrus vibe to it as well. It's Acqua de Parma Colonia Pura. Now I haven't spent a ton of time with this one yet, and I'm just about ready to do a review, and maybe after this next wearing, I may go ahead and film a full review on this while I'm in Louisiana and have a little bit of downtime. This is a gorgeous fragrance that will not break the bank. And based on my experience, decent performer for being an eau de cologne and natural oils. This actually does last for a long time on my skin. And another one that when you put it in a heated up situation, your body's heated up, you're sweating, it's hot outside, even hot going in and out, your body heats up, this thing comes to life. That's where the beauty, this becomes, fragrances like this, Chanel Lorem Sport Cologne Sport, Zaharoff Signature Citrine, they're so magical. The sillage that comes from these when introduced into a hot climate. They're not going to be overwhelming room fillers, but within a few feet, you're going to have this gorgeous sillage radiating off of your skin. And so far in my limited experience with this, it falls right in line with those two for that being the case. Not a powerhouse in a climate-controlled environment, but boy, you introduce it into heat and humidity and sweat, body heat, just raise your body temperature, this stuff becomes magical. Like I said, a lot of beautiful, not quite mouth-watering citrus, but a nice citrus tone with a fresh, leafy type of minty green feel without being kind of a heavy mint feel like a Colonia Club from Acqua de Parma, whereas that is extremely cooling on the skin, the way the peppermint in that one comes across. This is more mint leaf than peppermint, so it has a bit more of a natural smell to it. Nice light woody tone, clean musk. Not super complex, but it does have a little bit of depth and character to the scent profile. Definitely looking forward to wearing this one in the heat and really seeing what it's all about in that humidity. Colonia Pura from Acqua de Parma. Then last but not least, the synthetic powerhouse that I'm bringing. When I'm in a situation, because it will arise, probably the first full day that I'm there on Friday. I fly out on Thursday. On Friday's kind of my out and about adventurous day where I'm going to hit Marshalls and Ross. I'm going to go visit friends at work. I'm going to go pop in and visit my stepson while he's at work, because he's back in Louisiana now. He's not in Texas anymore. I'm probably going to go have a nice post-workout meal after I train. I'm going to be out and about. So a louder fragrance is kind of going to be what I'm looking for that day, and none better than Rasasi Hawas for that down south heat with mega performance. This stuff, everybody's going to smell me. I can tell you right now, in this mild temperature, mild weather without a ton of humidity that I live in here in Colorado Springs, you can smell me everywhere I go. I have yet to experience this fragrance in high heat and humidity. Have a feeling it's going to be a monster performer. It's already a monstrous performer. So this is that one fragrance. Don't get me wrong, this one's really loud off of my skin too, but in this mild weather that I'm in now, this is the stronger of the two between this and Acqua di Gio Absolu. So I'm expecting everybody to be able to smell me. I will be shocked if the day that I wear this, for as many people as I'm going to be around, that nobody says anything about it. It's that strong. It smells that good. Picture spicy Invictus, Middle Eastern Invictus. It has that sweet aquatic tone, but here you get some cinnamon. You get some cardamom. On my skin, it actually has a little bit of an incensey feel, though there's nothing smoky or incensey about any of the note breakdown. On my skin, it kind of comes across that way. It could just be the way the spice is reacting, but it's a dead ringer for Invictus with a bunch of added warm spice that doesn't warm the fragrance up too much. And like I said, in my mild climate that I'm in here, it's a monster. So I can't wait to see how it's going to do with me out and about in high heat and humidity down south. So this is one that's going to just show out, basically. Definitely bringing this one. This is the powerhouse I'm bringing down south. It's Rasasi Hawas. Well, that's the 5 that I plan on bringing. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. Those of you down south, what are you rocking during these high heat, high humidity days? Because it's the dog days of summer down in the south. Where I'm at, we're already transitioning into fall. I've been having weather in the 70s every day with humidity in the 30% range. So that's what I'm saying. I've been having mild weather here where I've been able to transition a lot of my fragrance rotation into more fall appropriate scents. So it's kind of a crazy mix up and a 180 that I'm heading down south, and it's going to be smoldering hot. So I need to bring the appropriate fragrances basically for the setting, and I feel like I've picked 5 absolutely fantastic ones to beat the heat down south. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on any of these 5 and you give them a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.